Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Ken Bozak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Ken Bozak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Ken bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get your Ken Bozak.
And we're live, bro.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, bro.
Thanks for coming back on, man. Always like to get my updates straight from the horse's mouth, bro. So
Yeah,
appreciate
for
you
sure.
taking the time to come on and talk or get dusty with me.
Always love getting dusty, for sure.
I'm going to post a link to this article on Medium in the comments. So if anybody wants to check out the Medium article, I posted a link to the Twitter tweet as well. I pinned that. So if you're watching on YouTube, it's in the comments. If you want to go ahead and take a look at the article, you can. But yeah, I guess we'll just dive right into it, man. Dust is moving on up. What are some of these? What's up with this Magic Dust miner drop coming September 30th, 7 p.m. Eastern?
So it's a generative drop on Ethereum. And we're doing 11,111 miners for sale for 0.05 ETH. And they're all going to mine dust on the Polygon network. So we're moving on up. We're moving over to a different network. Still, love our Wax community, but we're just looking to provide a little bit more liquidity and expand our universe. So we're really excited about it.
I'm just excited to see the Ethereum space get the fun and excitement that Dust has brought to Wax, just keep spreading that across all the chains. I know I might be considered much of a Wax maximalist, but I'm more of a fan of interoperability than I am of maximalism at any degree. And seeing this come to Ethereum, I wish Dust was there sooner, because I feel like the NFT atmosphere on Ethereum is a little too high strung and boring, and I feel like Dust is going to bring a lot of the real crypto culture to those it feels like Suits now over there.
Nice. Yeah, we really are excited to bring liquidity to other chains, and that's really all we want to do is just provide opportunities for people to be able to mine dust everywhere, right? So
I see
really
that there's
11,111
of these unique one-of-one NFTs. Who's the artist or artists behind these?
So we have a few. We have Paolo, who is our resident Nifty Wizard artist. We love him. He's amazing. Um, we have Wooden Cyclops on board too. He's done so many amazing
Woo woo.
pieces for us. So we're really, really excited about his art. Um, Another guy, MX64, was amazing. He brought us quite a few cool pieces. And the last one was Dominic. And so, yeah, these guys did a great job and they produced some amazing art. And so we've just been picking through it all and trying to make sure that like all the generations look amazing and so that everyone is excited with their NFT essentially.
And I know a lot of people are familiar, and this is again going towards some of the changes coming or additions coming to Dust. I shouldn't say changes, some of the advancements coming to Dust. I see Discord now mentioned. A lot of people may be more familiar with the Telegram chat earn type of way of collecting Dust. And now I see over here with the way things are heading with Ethereum and these dust miners, it looks like Discord is the focus of this one. Is that correct?
Yeah, so Discord is going to be our main focus initially. We're going to port everything back to Telegram eventually. But right now, we find that a lot of projects are moving to Discord, and it seems like a lot of the Ethereum community is very Discord oriented. So we want to make sure they feel at home. Plus, we've been wanting to get Discord going for a while now. So this is kind of a great opportunity for us to break it out. And we're going to be looking to expand that universe as well and have more channels over there. And even like we want to get other sets mining Dust eventually too. So that's another exciting thing that's going to be in the hopefully near future.
I guess I'll take this from the chat because Morton is a very active commenter in my live streams. Says that this is the second reduction in mining for Dust this year. Is that intentional because they are expanding or pushing existing miners?
So because we're dropping 11,111 miners on Ethereum, I did the math essentially to figure out how that would affect our supply. And what we found out was that even after this upcoming reduction, we're going to still mine more tokens than we were before the sale. So that's kind of one of the reasons that we decided to back it off. Plus, we're expecting a lot more in uptake with the Ethereum crowd hopefully coming on board. And we can always adjust that rate later too. It's just we just want to make sure that we keep the ecosystem sustainable, and as long as that's the case, then so we're happy to keep distributing Dust. And like I said, like if we find that we're not going through a ton of it and that we think that it's more sustainable to add some more value there, then we could possibly do that. It just kind of all depends on how things work. And so this is just a protective measure to make sure that we don't blow things out of the water before we can kind of put the rabbit back in the hat kind of thing, right?
Right. Yeah. No, that makes sense. Another thing that I guess makes sense, but it doesn't even, I guess, isn't clear to me even, but it would make sense. For these 11,111 Dust Miner NFTs, do you need to own one of these Dust Miner NFTs to get your Discord channel to be a miner channel?
No, we're going to do the
Okay,
same
cool.
stake method that we did for Telegram, because we find that gives Dust a lot of liquidity because operators have to go out and actually purchase it so that they can run a channel. And then with the collections mining, the goal is to have them also stake. And so essentially the largest collection stake will be the most powerful miner, right?
Right.
So, and that'll kind of drive people to try and compete each other to be the top collection that is mining Dust, right?
And this is
So,
staking the Dust ERC20 token, right? Not like the Wax token, which is staked to turn the Telegram channels into a miner.
I think it's both.
Oh, cool. Oh, that would be
I think
perfect, actually.
initially it'll mostly be wax for operators, um, but we'll probably obviously accept ETH stakes as well. I think it's going to be a little bit more difficult to acquire Polygon tokens. But I think that what we're going to probably do is give some bonus tokens to people who buy the miners. And then that way we'll kind of get a bit of a Pareto distribution over on Polygon. And then it should be interesting to see what happens with the tokens after that.
So seeing as Discord is like the highlight right now for the Ethereum side of things, is how long do you think until we can start to see like the Discord wax kind of bridge crossed over there?
Well, so you can already mine dust on wax through Discord.
Oh, why
That
didn't I
was the
know that?
original. Yeah, and you can actually if you go in there, you can go into the sync channel and you can actually use the set active wallet command, and you can switch back and forth between
Oh, that might
wax
have been why, because I
and
just left
Polygon.
Discord back. So when I first met Corey, who introduced me to um, Curdy, I was using Discord, but then just left the Telegram. So that's probably why back when like this was pretty much brand new, Corey didn't even mention the Discord to me because I was already done using it at the time, and I was on to
Mhm.
Telegram. But yeah, it looks like Discord is now starting to really take back off again, which is funny because it seems to have like duck season, rabbit season, kind of like a bipolar social like adoption phase with Discord. It goes through like phases. Like a few years ago, it was all about Discord. The past like 2 years really been about Telegram, but now it's starting
Mhm.
to feel like a lot of energy is going back towards Discord. So it's been interesting
Mhm.
to kind of watch those waves of massive energy go from one to the other. I don't know if anybody out there has been riding that wave like me, but I have been feeling it with Discord and Telegram, especially with like the crypto stuff since like 2016.
And I mean, Dust is really like platform agnostic. Like our goal essentially is to incentivize every message worldwide eventually. So like we're not going to stick on Telegram or Discord. We're going to keep expanding to different places and try and reach
Oh,
more
wait till
people,
you
right?
hit that WhatsApp environment, bro.
Oh, bro, or like Facebook or Twitter or something. Like,
I didn't
yeah,
see. I
bro.
don't even want
Yeah.
to mention that stuff because I know that's what like all the whales want to hear. Like honestly, and I get that, but like, yeah, I have more of a diamond hands philosophy. I'm a
Yeah.
patient bro. But yeah, I definitely could see like WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter. I mean, it just makes sense, and I would imagine by the time that yes, Austin said Facebook gross. It is, but it's also where people are at, man. Billion half the damn
Yeah.
world is on there. Over four
It's gross
billion
for us.
people.
Exactly, and like I really dislike it as well, but like for us to be able to incentivize like all my friends are on there, right? So I could be like, yo, come earn some crypto, like just post on Facebook
Remember
and
when
send
Facebook got that
there.
The Zynga games with the dog with the two heads, and everyone went nuts for those games? And I think by the time you even want to talk, because I'd imagine that's not even in the conversation, but by the time it does get there, like, they'll probably be approaching you, or if not projects like this, because, but companies like Facebook and Twitter, they don't build from the ground up, bro. They go out and they start to either partner or acquire.
Acquire, yeah, for sure.
Yep. That yeah, they
Which is
they
a nice
partner with you
phrase
and
as an
steal all your
entrepreneur.
secrets, and then they compete with you a few years later.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, we're wise to that,
See,
Chris.
Austin, I miss Farmville. Exactly, bro. But see, imagine all that time spent on Farmville being able to be like remonetized because you actually owned the assets, which were scarce, which all that work could be proved and then
Yeah,
like monetized with assets like a currency token based, like, I don't know, dust. Yeah, dude,
yeah.
exactly. We're gonna get a new era of like Farmville type games, but they're all gonna be blockchain based and they're gonna hit Facebook quick. And that's why I imagine something like this is right up their alley. I have the roadmap up. It does say roadmap is upcoming. So I didn't really want to get, too far into it, but I wanted to see whatever you could touch on as far as the roadmap goes. Right
Well, if
now,
you go to dustminers.com, you can kind of see the public points that we have.
Yeah.
on the roadmap there. Is that where you're at now?
Yeah, let me bring you up on screen so I can share this with you. And then, boom, look at that. I win. So here's the roadmap. See, it says the upcoming. Oh, never mind. I read that wrong as I was scrolling. Upcoming roadmap. All right, there it is. So these are the upcoming stamps on the roadmap here.
Yep.
Oh,
And so
shit.
number one
Merch
is,
store. That's number one for me.
yeah. Yeah. So
I want
number
that
one
swag.
right now is the mining dust on Polygon, right? And we're pretty much there. We're mining a token on a testnet right now just to make sure the contract's all sweet and everything's working properly. So that's kind of what we were doing yesterday and probably today. And then I think they actually already published that new token, and we'll probably be switching to that pretty quick. I would imagine we'll be mining live on Poly next week, so that's really exciting.
Big moves, man. I know. I see. The chat talking here, saying a 90% reduction is pretty steep. Any concerns about the effects it would have on the enhancer market on Wax? Just before I let you touch on that, I guess I'd say just from being like the end user and kind of like a fan of Dust. I think that this is how you avoid problems, that projects like Our Planet saw with their token not having enough reduction, and really you have to find a way to reward and support the early adopters of projects, and unfortunately sometimes you see reductions in these things occur. What was it like? You could make a couple dust just for saying hi in a chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then more and more people came in. The value, like this is that variable in supply and demand that needs to be there. So I think what is happening. It does suck. Like, I ain't gonna say it doesn't suck. I was hoping to get a Lambo quicker with Dust, but also if you're gonna try to do anything in general with it long term, it has to be sustainable. And that's Matt. I know Matt. You in the chat. That's a sustainable move. But I'll let Mike talk about that a little bit here. Are you worried about the enhancer market on
I mean,
Wax being affected by any of this?
obviously it's something we're concerned about, and we don't, unfortunately we kind of had to do things last minute because it got coded on Discord, and then there was an imparity between Telegram and Discord, and so we kind of just had to pull a gun, and for that I apologize. Like, I would have loved to have been able to give you guys more time. But as far as like I see it, like realistically everyone is mining less, so that means there's less supply, and realistically what that means is as long as the demand rates remains the same, then hopefully good things should happen as far as value goes, right? And so that's kind of what we're hoping. And as well, like I'm seriously dropping like almost 6x the current supply of enhancers on the market. So for us to do that and maintain the same ratio, I feel that would have caused a major flood in the market, and that actually would have been much worse for people. Plus, anybody who's actually holding our token who's been mining for a while, I feel like they're doing better, because at the end of the day, now it's harder to get dust. So therefore your token is more difficult to acquire. And generally that means good things for value.
Yeah, and if you think again long term, it makes those enhancers more valuable as well. If there is a
because
reduction, people are going to
realistically,
want to use those enhancers.
yeah, man, and the only way to get like a decent amount of dust per message now is to have that multiplier going, right? Like, because like it's 0.1 if you don't have them, you know what I mean? So like, if you have 20 dust miners, you can still get 10, 15 dust a message.
Exactly, that's
right?
what I'm saying. So I feel like Matt, he's just making me bring on these topic ups because he knows. He knows.
He's been on about it in the chat.
Yeah, dude. I bet. He's just like, talk about this shit out loud, damn it. Tell people that the enhancers aren't going to lose. And I personally don't think they're going to lose value. I have my own enhancer out. If you know you have one, the art's by Senor Lupe. It is, to me, it's amazing. He made the fucking ashtray transparent, and that blew my mind because I saw it before he did it. I was like, hey man, can you do? A couple days later, showed me like the process. Now it's like this transparent glass pixel art with the ash in it, and I love my enhancer, by the way.
Yeah,
But
it's dope.
thank you. Yeah, I love it, and I got a bunch, from different communities. I try to get one from everyone, but they do sell out pretty damn quick. I ain't gonna lie, but I do try to collect my enhancers. Yeah, and wax being up sure helps, with the dust pairing. So if
Hmm.
depending on how you've been, acquiring, if you've been earning dust and then flipping it on Alcor to wax since the beginning, you're I don't even know how many times you've won over. And that's that again. That's that early adopter support right there. You can't you can't come into a project after that and expect the same, same outcome. Give it that same time. If you're just getting into something and you've seen that somebody's been in for a year and how well it's done for them, give yourself a year in it as well, man. Don't try that overnight shit. I wanted to touch on these frequently asked questions real quick for people because obviously they're here for a reason, and the people that are watching may, be able to skip all this with just a quick 1 minute blurb on each one. So I figure we'll take 5 minutes, 1 minute per topic, and in a quick 1 minute explanation, what is the Dust token?
Well, it's quite simply, it's a token that you earn, that you mine by chatting, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it's for us, it's a very powerful concept because we feel like messaging is probably one of the most performed actions in the entire world. So why would you not want to incentivize that?
Yeah, and it's so sad that Telegram did a failed ICO. You know what I mean? Do you remember the Telegram ICO and Kick did an ICO and none of them could figure this out. And here Dust is, with longevity, uh, doing exactly what they failed to do with billions of dollars. Dude, they've raised billions and still
Hmm.
couldn't achieve what you're doing right now, which is pretty
And we've
fucking
done this
badass.
all like on a bootstrap, essentially, like big time.
Yeah,
Like,
no billion
so
dollar ICO and still killing it, man. And that's
no.
fucking amazing. So obviously, you get the Dust token by chatting. Is there other ways to earn the Dust token? I know I sell some of my art and I sell it for Dust rather than other things.
Yeah, using it for NFTs is an amazing purpose. Um, but mainly it's just chatting. Yeah, and that's, I think that's actually one of the really cool things about Dust is that, like, you literally have to participate to earn it. So
So it's like proof of human almost, I guess.
proof of text
Yeah, proof of
was the
text.
most recent. The
Proof of
best
text.
one I've heard lately. Proof of text.
All right, so how do you get even more dust?
Well, that would be by buying enhancers and having that multiplier going when you're chatting. That's a great way to do it. And another way would be to incentivize your own community to chat and become a dust miner and earn operator rewards. Every time somebody sends a message, you get currently one dust. So operator rewards are actually pretty sweet.
Yeah, they are. You should all come to my Telegram and talk. You're gonna I'm gonna get my dust Lambo. I have like 5 or something million dust, so and that's the diamond
Nice,
hands right there. I'm just stacking my
nice.
dust. So I guess here it
Is it
is.
stake? Is it all stake?
It's not. No, it's not all stake. I think I have like 2 million staked. I do need to stake it all.
Nice.
I definitely do need to
That's
stake it
pimp.
all. I don't know why I have some liquid. I was buying NFTs but people really don't sell many. But I had it liquid, so people if they wanted to sell NFTs for for Dust, I could just go to the like Atomic Hub and buy their NFT for Dust. I do
Yeah.
encourage more people to do it because there's not enough, which means there's not really enough to spend all that earned Dust on that people are getting when they talk. So yeah,
Yeah, well, operators who stake lots are going to be really happy soon. Let's just put it
how
that way.
much wax does it cost, or not wax? How much Dust does it right now to become a channel miner?
You need 200,000 dust.
I'll do a 200,000 Dust giveaway today. I'll work something out and put a tweet out. I'll give it away and make somebody's Telegram channel become a miner. That'd be awesome.
Nice. That's awesome.
I gotta do some Dust whale things. I feel like a lazy whale. So you know what though? Like I guess we could talk a little bit about how do the Dust miners actually work. You know, when you're chatting with people and mining Dust, how does that actually work?
So basically how it goes is that for each um, miner that you have, it's a multiplier. So essentially, like I'm gonna start with the wax totals here, and the polygon totals are 10x ratio. So um, if you mine 0.01 dust on wax, then or sorry, if you mine 0.1 dust on wax, then you'll mine 0.01 dust on polygon because it's that 10-to-1 ratio. So if you don't have any miners or enhancers, then you would mine 0.1 per message, right? If you own an enhancer, then it's zero point 0.1 to zero point 0.5 random chance of mining, right? And then if you own, say, 20 enhancers and you get zero point 0.5 per message, then it's a 10x, or sorry, 20x multiplier, which is 10 dust per message, essentially. So basically, the more miners you own, you still.
Yeah, I'm here. My computer just went completely nuts.
Yeah, I lost your image, so I figured something happened.
But it was my computer that went nuts. That's the oddest thing that it just said, yeah, it's still doing weird things. So sorry about this.
Weird. No worries.
All right, well, I can
Are
see
we
and hear you. Yeah, we're still live. I just don't know what happened. My computer has like this weird message on screen, and I don't know how to get it to go away. Okay, there it goes. It went away. All right, so yeah, you were talking about the multipliers.
Yeah, so essentially, like the more miners you own or the more enhancers you own, the better your multiplier is. So it's that base score is multiplied by however many enhancers or miners you own, essentially. And so currently, we're going to be having instead that enhancers on wax, enhance wax mining, and enhancers on Ethereum, enhance Polygon mining, but eventually we want to have it so that all the enhancers and miners are one big pool,
Oh wow.
and the user can just choose which network that they would like to mine on, essentially. So you can choose Poly, you can choose Wax, maybe in the future we'll get BSC or something. So we're really looking to kind of expand out that liquidity to different chains, and just get more people on board.
Now I don't want to say I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to say it by saying I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say that will add value to the enhancers, but that adds a ton of utility to the enhancers, which begets the value. But the more utility you give those enhancers, the more they're worth, and making them interoperable is like, dude, that's like big brain move right there, dude. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to that.
We think the merch store is going to be really cool
That's what
too,
I was the most
because
excited for when I saw the fucking roadmap. I'm like, wait, you got a
yeah,
swag shop? You're literally about to get all your dust back for a fucking hat and a t-shirt.
yeah. So we're gonna have cool items on there. I think we're gonna start with like rare miners. So what we had like with all these artists that we had working on this project, a lot of them came up with just like random cool different miners with different characters and all sorts of like fantasy like cool like firefighters and like Ninja Turtles and all sorts of like crazy like different variations that they did because it was just fun, right? And we actually can't use any of that stuff because like all of the generative pieces all have to fit together because it's actually like we're actually generating these miners like we don't know what you're gonna get when you buy it, right? Like nobody does. So I mean we know the pieces that can potentially go together, but we don't know how it's gonna fit them together and how things are going to look, right? We have a good idea because we've been running through it to make sure that things work together. But at the end product, like it's all in the contract. So that's really cool. But we can't throw any of those things in the generative set. So we figured, oh well, we can just sell them in the merch store afterwards, right? So we'll do limited releases of these like artist specific miners. And then we're also going to sell tools, I think, that you can, and all of this stuff will only be available for purchase in Dust.
Okay, that's what I was
Yeah,
hoping to hear. So you can't
yeah.
use wax or whatever. It would only be
It's
available for dust.
exactly. And I think initially it's only going to be available for poly dust, which we're calling magic dust. Actually, I think that's going to be the token name is magic dust. And eventually we'd like to offer liquidity for wax as well. And we're going to have a bridge so that people can actually, if they decide that they want to move some of their wax liquidity over to Polygon, then they can burn 10 tokens and they'll get one on
Have you
Polygon.
have you looked into the Ethereum Wax Bridge in case people wanted to take their the NFTs, the miners to Wax? Because I've seen like people playing around with like the Ethereum Wax Bridge,
I
and
haven't even had a chance to play with that
yeah,
yet, but
it's
I'm really
still in a
excited about
playground.
it.
Yeah, it's still in a playground area, but I don't see many playing with it enough. And I was just curious since like you kind of seem to be in the good spot if you just wanted to run and play around with that, might be something to take a look at.
Yeah, for sure. We've just been so slammed that like we literally, but I heard all about
I
it.
know
So
M
yeah,
Blue and Corey have a pretty good understanding of the Ethereum to Wax bridge when it comes to those ERC 721s. I don't know if it covered the 1155s.
nice. Well, that'll be cool too if you can bring them over as well. Yeah,
Right, that would be pretty badass.
yeah.
Just for just like for secondary market reasons, I feel like just because some NFTs on like OpenSea, I feel like sometimes they sit there because of like gas fees and stuff. But when there's a bridge, you can bring it over to like Atomic Hub. There's no gas fees. Things can move so much quicker. Liquidity, I think, is a little bit easier to find when the fees are a little bit less. So that's why I think like bridging is going to be really key to certain things. But then again, these how much were those NFT 0.05 ETH, right?
0.05 ETH. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not even like it would be too bad. I'm wondering, I am wondering what the overall gas fees are going to be though for this, like even on Poly.
We just never know. Well, that the beauty of Polygon is that like that's why we chose Polygon because we can actually use our existing distribution method to send tokens out to accounts, right? So we can still continue to reward every message as it's sent, essentially, and which is obviously
Oh, and that's all
always in
thanks to
our style.
Poly.
Yeah,
That's
because the gas
true.
fees are super ridiculously cheap over there, right? So it's like it's not a big deal. But we decided that we wanted to be on the Ethereum network because we find that that's where a lot of these big generative sales are happening. And they have a really big following on Ethereum. So we wanted
Have
to
you
make
had
sure.
any conversations about ETH 2.0 then? Since working around in ETH now with these NFTs, especially with like Poly and all these smart contracts, Has there been any talk about like ETH 2.0 and how that may affect the current smart contracts of dApps?
Yeah, I think that that definitely will affect things, and when 2.0 does come about, then people are going to scramble a little bit. But I think that projects that are setting themselves up now on second layers are going to be in a good place, and that I really don't like how long has they been talking about 2.0. So we'll
Since
see when it
Ethereum Classic came
actually
out.
happens, right? Like, I don't think there's a lot of projects that are sort of sitting around twiddling their thumbs going, we're just waiting for 2.0 before we start building.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like just get on the pot and just do it,
Yeah,
right?
build it
So
now and figure it out later. It's we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, kind of a thing, and that's sort of
yeah,
where you have to be with Ethereum, especially like yeah,
yeah,
we've been talking years. I've been waiting for 2.0 for myself for years. It's kind of why they
yeah.
like I lost a little bit of love for Ethereum over the time because I just feel like the developers are already so well off, and there's still like so few Solidity developers in the world that they are all so well off and under motivated. There's nothing happening. Not to my
It,
extent. Like if we would have kept those people hungry, ETH would be so much farther right now in development wise. But all the developers are on their yachts with models and shit, and I don't blame them. But it would be nice if they got back to the keyboards.
maybe we need another bear market so that they can work again, right?
That's maybe, dude. I'm hoping. Or like, I mean, remember when CryptoKitties kind of like lit a fire under the ETH developer community's ass when they kind of
Hmm.
broke Ethereum? The developers were
Hmm.
like, they didn't break shit. Watch this, and they all went to work and basically solved the scaling problem that was in debate for about a year over what seemed like to be overnight. I do know that they can grind when they need to. That's why I hold the Ethereum community and blockchain to a higher scrutiny than even Bitcoin. But that's because we know the developers, the founder, we have people that we can hold to accountability for these things, and just wish I'd seen more development come into. But the marketing, Ethereum marketing is killing it. I would just think that we would already have saw 2.0 and we'd be arguing about 3.0 by now.
Maybe it's crazy though, like how many. It's funny because the like you talk about like there's not many Solidity developers, but like if you compare the number of EOSIO developers to Solidity developers, it's like you're like talking about like maybe 5% of the fucking pool or something like that,
Yeah.
right? So it's like there's still a hell of a lot more Solidity devs out there than there are like EOSIO chain
You're
devs,
not
right?
wrong, man. I
So
found that out trying to do my Bro Bros 420, and
yeah,
I don't think people
yeah,
understand
coming
how much
across
I had to
towns,
spend on these developers, dude. It's a
yeah.
lot.
Shit ain't cheap, man, for
There's
sure.
21 validators for EOS, and it feels like there's only 21 developers too. It's like you're right though, and that's for a lot of blockchains, man. There's a lot of blockchains that have very limited development, and that's if you're looking to get into a coin and you're smart, I would probably say earn it rather than buy it. If you're a techie person, you could probably jump into like Cardano to this day and find some way to earn a decent bag just by developing something.
Hmm.
I think
For
somebody I
sure.
just
Just
saw post a
build a
Zap
nice
thing
NFT
coming.
set. Mm.
Oh yeah, exactly. Or just I don't know, a basic API, put it out there, put your donation address on it. People that use it will donate to you. I've seen,
Yeah.
things like that happen all the time in crypto where like I don't know, even like whoever makes those cool websites, like what the fuck gas fee Ethereum thing, you got to check to see how much Ethereum gas you've used in a lifetime. Like that's just and you see that little donation at the bottom. Yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, ADA is a funny one, right? Because it's like when I got into crypto, I think I got in at like the top, like the last top anyways, like 20K. And I was like, oh my God, at the time, right? And so, but ADA was just a joke because like everyone was just like Hoskinson, like he's never gonna do anything. They don't even have a blockchain yet. Just dissing them left, right, and center, right? And it's like now there's actually a chain, like they publish smart contracts. It's like, oh, like there is something there, you know? So it's But it's funny because people, and I've said this a million times too, like people argue about like which chain's gonna do better and like which network you should support and like that. And people are just like maximalists. But for me, like I just figure that like there's so few people doing this right now. Like they said that there's something like 20,000 like active Ethereum wallets. You know what I mean? What do we have like on Wax? Like maybe like 9,000 active
Yeah,
wallets. Like
it's not a
and
lot.
and and then like BTC, like nobody uses that shit to do TXs or anything or like actually like do any DApp stuff, right?
No.
So it's like
Even Lightning,
there
isn't it dead?
EOS, like I mean, whatever, but it's like it's not running smart contracts, right? So it's
No.
like
Rootstock, damn you!
the network bandwidth on these smart contract networks is so small. Like if you think about if we all of a sudden get like 100 million people join this fucking space and like in a brief period of time, like how much just fuckery is going to go on because like remember like Coinbase in 2017, like nobody could sign up and that was every exchange, right? Because like they had like a million, like a backup of like a million
People were
IDs
selling
that they had to
Binance
figure
accounts,
out.
remember? They were selling
Yeah,
their
yeah,
email and password and
yeah,
2FA.
yeah. And it was worth big money, right? Because
Yeah.
nobody can get in, right? So, and Binance account's funny too, because especially at the time, like there was no fiat in. So it's like, if you're bought like somebody's Binance account, well, great. But like, unless you have some crypto to stick in there,
Yeah, how are
then
you going to fund
you're
it?
not doing much with it, you know? So, yeah, but yeah, I really think that all these networks are going to come into play, and then and eventually, like maybe some new networks might take over a lot of that bandwidth. But like for now, like I think that we just need every freaking inch of bandwidth we can get.
And that's why I love multiple blockchains and shitcoins to the 10th degree because it really does like exhaust a lot of the bandwidth problems. You know how like if there was only Bitcoin, it, oh my, could you even imagine trying to use
Dude,
it
it would
if
be
there was nothing
such a
else?
like literally like it'd be such a gong show.
It would never
Like
work. It wouldn't even have
such a
gotten to
shit
this
show.
point. We couldn't have. It
Yeah.
could not have. It's still to this day not scalable to the point that people want it to be at. No, it's not even close. And that's why
Yeah.
we have to thank every shitcoin that exists for taking some of that congestion out of the Bitcoin blockchain bandwidth
Yep.
because it would just come to a halt. So yeah,
Sure.
I guess we can go back to a little bit here with the dust on Ethereum. I got a question here, wondering, would it be beneficial to have the Ethereum enhancer over a Wax enhancer, or is there any benefit to having one over the other? Or I
I
should
think
say
that the
Polygon
only
enhancer, I guess, instead of
uh,
Ethereum.
well, it's actually Ethereum.
Okay.
So the NFTs are on Ethereum, but you're mining on Polygon. So that's a bit of a distinction. It's kind of a little bit confusing, right? But obviously, we weren't gonna send TXs to Ethereum. That's just ridiculous. And we felt like the liquidity on the Ethereum network with OpenSea and stuff was just something that we couldn't pass up as far as the sale goes. Um, but what what was the question again? What was the question again? I'm sorry.
I'm laughing because I forgot
Oh my god, you're
to. Stop!
hilarious.
My fucking back hurts. I can't laugh this hard.
Okay, don't laugh. Oh yeah,
What
why
is
is
the? Yeah, I remember
one's
now.
better than the
Why?
other?
Yeah. What is the benefits of having the enhancer either on Ethereum or Wax? It doesn't even matter.
So essentially, the
Oh
benefit of
man.
having it on Polygon right now is because there's not a huge supply of tokens over there, and so you'll be able to gain some of that liquidity. And like I said, we're probably going to do a bonus drop for people who buy. So that's also going to be a little bit of added value there too.
Got you. And I don't know if people are trying to whale out and get bags of stuff. buying things on the exchange, especially when there's like kind of like a small community, lower liquidity, can actually affect the price. So the
Hmm.
big brain whale, like long-term move is to be accumulating by earning it. So your purchase that doesn't directly affect the value but still increases your gain of something would be to like buy the enhancer rather than buying the token, because buying the token would
Hmm.
make it go up, then your next purchase goes up. But once you have accumulated by earning without adding to that, then that's when you can come in and start buying to help increase your bags. It's just, you know what I mean? It's just that's just, it is what it is, guys. So I want to
Just start
incentivize
throwing
people to
liquidity on the
accumulate.
bid.
Right, but first you have to accumulate. And I
Yeah.
want to, and the way to do that is to buy the enhancers and all these different like bells and whistles that are outside of the direct coin. And then talk to people and join all the telegrams, and maybe, what was it, 200,000 to start a Dust channel? Start your own channel. Get your
Hmm.
community talking in there. You know how many people have like a Facebook group where they just do TA bullshit all day, and
Hmm.
that monetize that. And if somebody
Hmm.
isn't, then create it and do that and earn your dust. I've been earning it since the beginning, and I can't, I want to try to encourage people to just earn as much as possible. You don't have to buy these things. If you're an artist, you can create art, sell it on Atomic Hub, and sell it for dust. You could also sell it for
Yeah.
wax. Say you want to sell your art on wax for $1, sell it for like 80 cents in dust. That way you're giving somebody 20% off to get the coin that you actually want.
Yep, for sure. And that's a great method too. A lot of people will spend their dust a little bit more freely too than they'll spend wax.
My
So
dog was
that's
at my
always a
door.
nice.
She must be lonely. Is there anything that you wanted to make sure we touched on or went over about the Dustminers that are coming on September 30th at 7 p.m. Eastern?
Nice one. So I think that's about it. I mean, I was just gonna repeat the date again, but there you go. So
Yeah, I did
yes,
that.
September 30th, buddy, 7 p.m. Eastern. We're also gonna have a live stream on the Nifty show that night, so that'll be really fun.
What's the website again?
And it's oh yeah, that's a good one, dustminers.com. So throw that in your description. And check that out. We got a bunch of stuff up on there and some roadmap items, a little bit more info as well. And I'm currently working on a short paper that we're gonna put out a little bit more sort of plans. I know a lot of people have issues with us not having very solid plans, so we're working on making sure that people know what we're doing, and moving forward, they can maybe feel like they're a little bit more informed before they make their decisions. So
Yeah, definitely do DYOR. Don't ever let me or anybody else convince you of anything. If you're going to be convinced of something, at least convince yourself of it by researching it. And be a
mhm.
fan of it. Like for me, that's why I'm a long-term dust holder, not just because, when Moon, when Lambo. I am going to get my dust Lambo. That's a fucking fact. I got millions I'm getting my dust Lambo. I don't care who hates me for it. I'm gonna do it. But it's also something that if it went to, nothing, and I could barely buy a Matchbox car with all my dust, I'd still be happy with all the dust that I have, because I see every dust that I have is a message somebody sent. And,
Mhm.
and that's what it means to me. So it has something beyond tangible value. When I look at my dust wallet, I don't just see like, I got millions of dust. It's just, I got millions of engagement, millions of messages, millions of fucking people. This is proof of people fuck with me. And that's what I see when I look at my dust bag. So if you
That's
can
awesome.
feel
I
that
love
way
it.
about your dust bag, stack that shit, and we'll get matching Lambos.
Hell yeah, I'm down. I'm down. I
Um,
just bought a Duster actually.
did
I
you?
own a Renault. I own a Renault Duster, which is of course like a perfect name for a car for me. So there
Yeah, dude, that's fucking hilarious. You have to get it
you
wrapped. You definitely have to get it wrapped. You
go.
should get it wrapped in the original dust enhancer thing, the
Oh
vacuum
man,
style. Get like that
that would be
fucking
dope.
Roomba. What are they? The Dirt Devil hand vacuum. Do it for Halloween this year, bro.
Oh my God, that'd be so
Put
awesome,
like a
dude.
fucking donation address on it and tell people, like, show people the receipt on how much it costs. I bet you the dust community will
Yeah,
reimburse you. Fuck, I'll throw a
Yeah,
million
yeah.
dust on it.
That would be
Wrap,
so
wrap
funny.
a duster in a dust enhancer.
Yeah, yeah. Or wrap it like the like DeLorean, like Back to the Future, like Dust to the
Oh,
Future. Like
dust to the future in a duster, a dustlorian, a dustlorian.
DeLorean. That'd be so
It sounds like
perfect,
a
man.
slur that you would hear out of like Star Wars, though, right? Like, ah, that filthy dustlorian.
That's
Such a
awesome.
crude Star Wars word. I feel dirty saying it. The chat asked me when Ken on Alcor. Matt D. Ken on Alcor soon, bro. Actually, Bros 420. The drops are available for the packs right now. So if you get the NFT, you'll get an airdrop. As soon as that goes out, we'll see it, man. Every sale is going to be providing liquidity for Ken. So I am not touching any of that wax ever. It's going to be providing liquidity for the token and going
Nice.
towards the Bros membership. But I'm hoping that I could take this, bro, and inspire like Mr. Beast to make Beast token on wax and do the same shit
Yeah,
with his community. Cause like I don't even really want to
dude,
do
that'd
this,
be
but I have
huge,
to do
man.
this. So when I get in front of Mr. Beast, I can be like, hey, Mr. Beast, you have like a community. Look what I did, and look how it's helping my community. And you could do the same thing. Like if Mr. Beast minted an NFT and gave it away, he'd basically be giving you a house. Somebody would
Yeah,
buy that for 10 figures and you'd
for
get a
sure.
house. You'd be
Or
a
he would.
right, yeah. Yeah, you just it would probably like I'm just saying like a Mr. Beast NFT would probably be a very valuable thing and all he'd have to do is
Yeah,
airdrop it and it's like writing a blank check for his community. And then if he created like
pretty
a
dope.
Beast token and did the same thing, like so this is what I see for me with the Ken and the Bro stuff is like to me it's a functioning proof of concept for me to show the people I would want to do what I'm doing. Like I can't just tell them to do this. I'd be like, yeah, do it. Like here, I'll show you. So that's why I take this very personally because like I want to take this to the world and I want to see many communities doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. I congratulate you on that for sure. It's fun making a token, right?
It's fucking scary, bro. I'll be honest, I thought it was fun all the way up until the lawyer calls I had to get on. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like it's
Wait till you start making some decisions that people are just like, what the fuck?
oh, see, that's the thing though. I have a whole team now, so it's not me decisioning. There's like a bunch of people these decisions have to go through now. I'm just at the top of the food chain, but
Yeah, yeah.
I have a
You
lot
have a
of
lot
people
of
that would
people to blame between you and decisions, right? Like,
scapegoats, hired scapegoats, bro. I see one in the chat right now. He said calling out Mr. Beast. I'm not calling him out. I'm just saying like Mr. Beast could do what I'm doing to a million degrees more and literally just like airdrop life-changing shit into wallets and it wouldn't cost him anything more than a couple minutes of his time. Like a couple minutes of his time to create an NFT and airdrop it or a token and air to change every life of every YouTube subscriber that he has. It's
it's
possible.
like a Mr. Big Beast logo or some shit,
Uh-huh.
right? Like,
It's totally possible, man. So yeah, I hope that this, what I'm doing with the Ken token, and that's why I put my name on it. We were gonna do Bro or Bro token or something, and it I didn't want to make it about me in like a narcissistic or conceited way or whatever, but I felt like we've seen influencers like Logan Paul create his own token, and it was Dink Doink. And it was basically like a joke to just take money from his community. That's what he did. He did that, said it out loud, and did it, executed it. And I was like, like I'm tired of seeing like these influencers hiding behind like fucking dink doink like names and saying, "Oh, look at this token we just stumbled across." Like, no,
hmm
you fucking created it. You didn't just stumble across dink doink. So I wanted to put my name on it so people know like it's me. I'm not gonna like scapegoat coward. Oh, I don't know who made this. And I also, hopefully, am going to be around for a long time, and obviously don't want my fucking name to be shit on all over. So I
hmm
have to fight to keep this thing growing and doing something. So
hmm
to me, it was a way to show like a little bit of faith in my community. Like, look, I'm putting my name on it. Hopefully that shows you I'm serious, and I did it also to remind myself, like to take it seriously because my name's on it. It's not just a dink doink fucking shitcoin. Like This is like a real community grown effort, and it took 5
The real
years to
deal.
get to this point.
That's awesome, man. Congrats.
Thanks, dude. I'm really, I don't even, bleh. Like, I have no words to describe like how I really feel about this. I could pick some out and try to make it. I'm, I'm rambling because I'm speechless. That today's been an amazing day, and just to see the amount of support come out for the Ken already, I just can't wait to show people what it's really all about. Like, it's just today's day one. Like, today is Ken Token's birthday, just so y'all know. So
Congrats.
give it a
Happy
year.
birthday.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
still in
awesome.
labor, I think, technically, because we haven't airdropped. Technically still in labor.
Ah. But do you have it's minted?
It's minted.
Like it
Yeah,
exists?
it
Okay,
exists.
then that's a birthday.
I just feel like until we give it to the first transaction out, it hasn't been like, hee hee whoo.
Yeah.
we haven't pushed it. We're crowning.
It's yeah, it's still in the birth canal at the moment.
Before I let you go, I've sold my personal NFTs for just Dust exclusively a few times. I actually have like my own little logo and a rarity called Dust Drop that I use when I sell things for Dust. Is it possible to see like Ken be an accepted currency in the swag shop?
We'll have to talk about that, but it's possible for sure.
It's
For
possible.
sure.
He said it's
Anything's
possible.
possible.
Ah, I had to ask. I had to ask. I see Jason in the chat. Jason would have killed me if I didn't ask about, because he's the one really lighting a fire about the utility. So shout out to Jason in the chat,
Nice.
man. Thank you. Dude's a big brain when it comes to like token utility and like strategy for utility. Fucking big brain.
We're also going to we're setting aside 100 miners, and we're going to sell those for Dust too. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, that's why you have to have Dust on hand. See, this is why I don't stake all of it, because then you say these things, and then you ask me, why isn't it all staked? Like, it's like a Dr. Hyde and Jekyll thing.
There's no 72-hour unstake. Did you know that?
Yeah, dude, I know. I do know that.
Yeah, so you could just unstake whatever you want, whenever you want.
See, but I'm so lazy, bro. Like, I'll be honest,
my
I've
God,
staked coins in like
issue a command.
2018, and I probably haven't checked on them since 2018. I've been providing liquidity to some.
They're probably doing well then.
That's what I was thinking too. Just set it and forget it. Honestly, I'm providing liquidity for a few coins with Ethereum, and at the time it was one full Ethereum plus whatever, so it was like 2 ETH in total value of liquidity. And it's a few different coins I did that for, and I kind of just like walk away from that shit. And to me, that is life insurance. I only go back to that shit if it's staking, providing liquidity, any kind of passive income thing. I'm only touching that if I'm on a deathbed or somebody needs that money to get out of jail or some shit. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, bail bondsman money or worse. That's what that shit's for.
That's like my wax. Like I have like a Genesis block members like stack that I acquired back when we first started the chain, and like I can't touch that because it keeps giving me free wax. So it's just like I can't, like I'm not gonna.
That's how I feel about some of my
you know
NFTs. I have NFTs from Cogs that I just don't think I'll ever be able to sell. I don't know what the number would have to be for me to sell it, because it's like I even have a mint number 1 Our Planet pack, and there's only like 17 of them available in the world that were unopened, and I got mint number 1.
Oh my God.
I don't know what to let these things go for, bro. Like, they're so priceless.
That's at least $1 million. NFT,
That's what I'm thinking. That's like for real. Mint 1, and there's only like 17 left that are unopened.
For sure.
And right now, the ground floor is $5,000.
The funny thing about like those number 1 packs is like who in their right mind would ever open the number 1 pack?
I've seen it though. I've seen it. People have done it. And you know who do it the most is the people the people that don't know. So they're kind of buying with credit cards, and they're opening the packs before the mint numbers are issued. It's public, so they don't see it. I've seen it happen, bro. And it mostly happens then. And I'm saying it like this now for anybody watching. When you buy a pack, even if you think you were late, sometimes the way that some people can drop packs, they're random mint number per purchase. So if you're
Yeah.
the first person to buy it, doesn't mean you're the first mint number issued. So
Yeah, I
you could
love
be,
those nifty drops now. That's super
dude,
cool.
change the game.
Yeah, pre-mint drops. It's awesome.
Dude, they fucked the bots. That's what they did. They really fucked the bots, and they made
Yeah.
the actual customer service, like the human experience, increase exponentially when they did
Yeah,
that. Because you see a
for
lot less
sure. I love
bots
it.
botting people shit because they would get the mint one, and then they would just flip it for like a quick 10x or something, and it's kind of a bummer. But now you can get mint one as like, I don't know, the 50th person in line.
Yep.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
wait for
and
that
people
mint number
sit
to
there and
show.
they hawk the pool and like see what's left in the pool, and there's a whole. It's funny because like now the strategy isn't like mint on demand, like go as fast as possible. It's like hawk the pool and see what's left, and then when there's enough good odds left, and that's when you buy, right?
Yeah,
So
dude, it's really RNG. Like people are trying to be card counters for the RNG. Some people say they have figured out some of the RNG and nifty drops, random shit, and I don't know how true that is. To me, it's like a fucking newer urban legend, but there are some techie nerds out there that I do, probably could do that. I don't think they're
mhm.
using like, Satoshi dice where they use like the last few digits of the block that was just confirmed. So I don't know how like the RNG works, but I have heard rumors that people have figured out some of Nifty blocks RNG. I don't know how accurate that
Interesting.
is. Yeah, I don't know how accurate. Like, again, it sounds like urban legend-y shit. Jason in the
Yeah.
chat says, if our planet comes back, definitely. What does that mean? I don't know what that was in reference to. I'm sorry, just saw that
Oh,
comment.
that your NFT will be worth something
No,
potentially.
I have long-term faith in our planet, dude. They did very well they did too well too quick. That was their only problem. They literally came out and about during the biggest NFT momentum in history of crypto. And they got the sharp end of that spear of like FOMO.
Hmm.
So I
Big
think,
time.
yeah, big time. You got to give a project like that a lot, like more time than they would have needed if nobody gave them that much. If they would have got 10 times less the attention they got, they would be in a better spot. But because they got too much attention too quickly, it put them in a spot that's actually like now we have to wait a year or two to really let our planet develop. But in this year to two, I say accumulate as much of that A ether as you fucking can. If all you have to do is hold your NFTs that you're going to hold anyway, do that shit. But you have to give them enough time to make up for that demand that they had so early. You got nobody
It's
in the
kind of like,
world did what they did. They are the crypto punks of whatever the fuck you want to call what they're doing.
well, I was gonna say it's it's similar to TLM though too, right? Because I mean, like they dropped the teleport feature, and then all of a sudden it's like a little bit of liquidity leaked out, and freaking FTX decided to list it or whatever, and then they're just like, oh fuck, we better get rid of this teleport thing before before the finance call. And then before you know it, fucking TLM's like $6. It's
It was
just
10. It hit
ridiculous. Like,
$10. I saw it. I was there. I had enough Trillium at that point to be a multi-millionaire a few times over at that value. But then
yeah,
again, that's a
Trillium was
glass
good to
ceiling.
me.
To me, when I
Was
saw
very
Trillium
good to
hit
me.
that value, that is a glass ceiling that will be broken over long term. That's a long
Oh, long
term
term?
glass ceiling.
For
Like that's
sure.
if people were willing to pay a $10 per token at that
Yeah.
point, it will surpass that when they get to that in development phase.
Yep.
So to
For
me,
sure.
I have almost no interest in selling my Trillium. Maybe a little bit. I'm staking all of it. So whatever I get from like people mining and playing on my land, like I do use that to liquidate into wax. But otherwise, I'm staking almost a quarter million Trillium right now, which is almost at a
Man, it was
1-to-1
nice
value of
when,
wax.
bro, it was at like 1.8 at one point
I
or
know, and I don't
something. It was
sell, bro. I
awesome.
don't
Like,
sell. I have a fucking problem.
oh
I
man, I
I
did
had
pretty
to do a
good on
Zoom call with Al
Trillium.
Bundy. So we were just on a call right before this. Al Bundy was here. He had to call me, and help me emotionally open NFT packs because I am crippled. I can't open packs of NFTs, man.
That's awesome.
So
I
he had
love
to emotionally support me through opening my packs because I needed to get some nifty tokens.
it.
I
Nice.
do have one, and this is my most prized possession, I think, in my NFT trove. I have one unopened land pack from Alien Worlds.
Nice.
I don't
Did
know
you
how
know that
many are left unopened.
I'm the largest standard pack holder?
Are you? For Alien Worlds? No.
Well, like the largest like non like federation essentially.
Holy shit, you could start your own rebellion. See, I had the opportunity, and this is to let the world know I'm not as smart as y'all might think I am. I did have the opportunity to get an entire planet. I saw it. It wasn't it maybe at the most it would have cost me like 10 grand, and I could have bought every plot on Cavian. I could have
Really?
owned the whole fucking planet. And I didn't do it.
Bro,
I saw it and I
Cavian's
looked
doing
right at
well
it.
now.
I know, I only got one plot. And I looked at it when I bought it, and I was like, dude, I could have bought every one of these. I could have had a whole planet for like 10 grand. It would have been worth like 10 million right now.
That would have been so like, cause what, like land's worth like 5K a piece right now or something
Minimum,
ridiculous?
yeah.
Like,
The floor on it's like 5 or more. Yeah. And that's why I think my unopened Alien Worlds land pack will probably potentially get me to at least a 6-figure, 7-figure offer at the most. But if
probably.
somebody offered me like $100,000 for my unopened Alien Worlds token, because it's not an NFT, it's technically a token.
Yeah.
I'd probably bite on that 100,000 for it, only because I want a Tesla. I'm
You
kind
know
of
what's really cool about that? That the fact that it's a token is that like using their escrow contract, you could move that to BSC or ETH right now if they offered that option.
they could, they don't, but they could.
Yeah,
I wonder if they ever
it's
will because
interesting.
Binance is getting more and more into the NFT side of things. They might want to list their, I guess, NFT tokens. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I
Because that's
would
what
say
essentially it is, right? It's an NFT token.
it's well, no, it's a fungible token, right? I mean, that's what those old school packs are. That's what the old GPK packs are. That's what
Oh, I guess it's fungible in the sense because it
they're
pulls from the cloud of RNG. You're not holding. Yeah, you're right. It is.
they're all the same token.
Yeah, I didn't
So
think of
that's
it
what
that
makes
way.
it fungible,
Yeah, there's
right?
no
Yeah.
fucking mint number on it or anything like that. I
Yeah,
totally
yeah, yeah. And
space.
that's why when people started doing NFT packs, it was kind of weird. Like Joel was actually one of the first people that did NFT packs, Joel and Travis
Yeah,
with
with the
Blockchain
blockchain
Heroes,
heroes. Yep.
right? And it was like, oh, like wow, we have mint numbers on these packs now. This is weird, right? Like, so yeah, that was kind of where that whole like NFT pack thing actually came from, right? Originally, it was all just fungible token packs.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that is. Dude, wow, I forgot. It hasn't even been that long, but it feels like it's been a decade and like time
I
since
know.
then. You know, that's why I try
And
to bring up
SA is
Pogs a lot.
like a dead protocol now, like almost unfortunately. Like
I know I argue with some people about it because some people think there's value in it, and I don't see it. The reason I don't see it in SA is because of the liquidity. There is a huge issue in SA liquidity. You're not
well,
going to get it what you like. I mean, in my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, but those
that's
garbage pail
why
kids
I
on
was
SA are
like
dead.
that's why I was trying to get after Jonah and Fabian to like get SA on their market because it's like I don't see why they would only provide liquidity for AA NFTs when they're like literally the biggest market on Wax. So it's like it doesn't make any sense for me for them to like not have everything available. You know
I
what I
think it's
mean?
the market fee.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth their while. If they did do that with SA, they'd probably have double the market fees than the AAs. Oh, for
It's
the chat, it's
possible.
atomic assets or simple assets. Simple assets are basically what Wax wrote. It's like a basic bare bones script for making NFTs on Wax, and then
It's actually
atomic.
Crypto Lines wrote the
Oh,
SA
really?
protocol. Yeah.
I thought that was Wax's in-house shit. I did not know that.
No, it was Crypto Lines. They hired them to help them do that.
Oh, respect, bro. Fuck, I even
Yeah.
learned something new today.
And Simple Market was the first market.
Yeah, I know, and they're gone, ain't they? I think they died out like a few months ago. Simple.
I think it's still around, but I haven't been on there forever, so I can't verify that claim.
Simplemarket.io. Is it still? Oh, it is still here. Hold on. Warning and
Yeah, there you
announcements.
go.
Restrictions for our plan. Yeah, it is still here, dude. I thought Simple Market was gone. Somebody correct me. What was one of the simple asset
Oh,
platform?
collectibles.
Collectibles.io.
Collectibles was a huge
That was the
platform
one I
for
used the
all like
most.
AA too.
Yeah.
And yeah, they Sia's just been busy with the Proton chain, I guess, and yeah, they didn't.
You
And
know what's
plus,
funny? People
Wax
don't
dropped
know.
Hyperion, or Wax dropped one of their data things. I can't remember exactly what it was, and that's what Siad was using to get all the data. So it became nearly impossible for him to run collectibles, so he just shut it down.
That's a bummer. Crypto twerps, yeah, dude, live long, crypto twerps. You know what's funny?
Yeah, man.
If you guys go to simplemarket.io and log in with your Wax Cloud wallet or Anchor or whatever you have, there's a good chance you have assets in that wallet that you don't even know exist because you haven't looked at the simple assets in your wallet. Some people airdrop them. Sometimes you may even have bought it and didn't even remember or something, done a giveaway or put your, you know what I mean? Just so go to simplemarket.io, log in and check the simple assets tab and see if you have any surprises in your wallet. Because, I mean, it is basically dead. Austin said simple assets are near dead. Yeah, I do believe so myself, only again because of the liquidity drought on those exchanges or marketplaces, I should say. But they are technically the OG NFTs, so we'll see.
It'll be interesting to see, like, and that's another cool thing is that like all the OG like Ethereum NFTs, like look at fucking Ether rocks for fuck's sakes, like those things are selling for like half, like $5 million and shit,
I seen it.
like $6 million.
Yep.
Like it's like for a fucking picture of a JPEG rock, like really? But it's because they're like ridiculously old OG ETH NFTs, right? So like I think that historical value at some point will definitely come around for sure.
I see the public awakening in the chat said my eyes are too white, so I'm gonna try to fix that, and we can wrap things up. I feel like I could hang out with you all day, bro. I took some mushrooms earlier. I've been smoking. I feel like I could hang out on stream all day. I know you got shit to do.
Man, you gotta come down here and fucking we'll hang on the beach sometime. That'd be super dope.
I have more than enough reasons to get out of this country. My fear is I will get there, and I'm never gonna leave.
That's okay.
But that's okay. Like a real fear, though, right? Like you know what I mean, right? Like
it's not. It's just everything's digital, so it doesn't matter. Like you can just do all the shit that you're doing, but like just do it from Costa Rica instead of.
Yeah, I'm only booking a one-way flight. I'm not buying a round-trip flight for. If I go to Costa Rica, it's a one-way, and I'm only leaving if there's a hurricane or something.
Man, everyone says that. Like all my friends are like, "Yeah, I'm gonna come visit you," and then just never go home. And they're like, "Well, that's what I did." So, yeah, I probably have like meetings or something I should attend or something like that.
This one goes out to you, Public Awakening. Ooh, dabs are hot.
Oh man.
You say, Ken, you have an image to maintain. I can't.
You haven't smoked weed within like 15 minutes, bro. Come on.
You know, it's hard. I actually haven't been smoking as much because of my back. I can't cough, man. It hurts. Yeah, that's so. It's like a knife being pushed into my back and then twisted every time. It's like a stab and then like a twerk. I can feel it. Sucks.
Yeah, suck.
But chiropractor. Never been to a chiropractor in my life. I went to one the other day. Actually went twice. I went one day, then I waited, then I went another day. Bruh, worth it. Just worth it. Everybody.
Yeah. Oh man, huge. Did they have a thumper?
No, he didn't know. He put these like electric pads on my back and like electrocuted me for like a couple minutes. And then he came in and like put my knees in weird positions, my arms, and he just like pushed on my ass and my whole back from my ass cheeks up to my neck just like dominoed. Like it was like.
Oh, nice.
It was so great. Like I felt it from the ass to my neck. Like it was just everything
Nice.
cracked, bro.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mine has like this thumper, or like the one I had back home, and it's like this like shaking machine that has like it almost looks like eggshell cartons, like an egg carton, like the bottom of an egg carton, like, but it's like square, and then like they throw it on you and it just like fucking
wow.
owns your back. It's so dope. Like it just vibrates.
I don't think I
shit.
could have
I'm like,
handled that. That sounds. My back hurts so bad. That actually sounds painful more than therapeutic.
Man, it's so awesome, especially if you're good. Like if you can handle it, it really.
I'm gonna ask if they have that next time I go. I might as well, but I don't think they're gonna use it for a few weeks.
Man,
My
do you have
back's
the
pretty
thumper?
bad.
Break
Yeah,
out the thumper,
he's
bro.
gonna be like, "Oh man, you've been reading the forums, man. You're." He's gonna be like, "You've been looking into this." I told him when I first went, I'm like, I never watch YouTube videos of chiropractors. I don't. That shit fucking skeeves me right out. Like I don't watch it. So I told the guys, like, I have no clue what I'm in for, dude. To be honest, I'll be shocked if I don't leave paraplegic. Like this shit scares me. And now I'm kind of looking forward to going back on Monday because
Dude,
like,
it's
it felt
rad,
great.
man. I love Cairo. Just cracky.
It's almost like when you know you're going to see a girl that night and you're like about to jerk off and you're like, nah, I should save this nut for later. Like there's times where I'm about to crack my neck or crack my back and like, I'm going to save that for later.
Nice.
I think I'm going to wrap it up there. Of course, fucking Miss Teen Crypto comes in as soon as I say
Perfect
that
time.
shit. God.
Perfect time.
Oh, I'm going. I'm done. I shouldn't even be allowed to do these podcasts. Shout out to CompSpace in the chat. Thanks for tuning in, Miss Teen Crypto. I'm so sorry. I'm gross. Ty, thank you for tuning in, bro. We got Lawrence in the chat. Austin, much appreciate you. And Matt D, The Public Awakening. Well, we had Crawler in the chat. Charlie G. Jason, I see you, bro. You know I love you. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're going to get fired. Maybe you won't. You should call me. I miss you. Shout out to the Rebel. I see you in the chat. Appreciate the support. And everybody else, man. This Al Bundy was here. Thanks again, Dingleberries, tuning in. Anybody have any questions or anything? They should join the Magic Dust Telegram. You can also start earning
Discord.
dust. Or Discord now. Yeah, you actually have join the Discord actually. Get on that new. Get on that new.
Yeah. Join up that Discord.
And all you can actually earn your first dust by asking how do you earn your first dust. It's that easy. So I'm out as always. Love you, bros. Have a day.
Peace.
Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Ken Bozak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Ken Bozak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Ken bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Ken Bozak.